Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a financial cliff, watching your hard-earned money disappear faster than ice cream on a hot day. That was me, 3 times over. Most investment gurus only tell you their success stories. But what if I told you that my biggest failures taught me more about wealth building than any win ever could? Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Iggy, and I've been covering topics like stocks, finance, CPF, and everything related to growing your wealth. The Investing Iguana is ranked 8th in the 2024 Influential Tigers by Tiger Brokers, with over 950,000 reads and 57,000 likes. I've produced over 800 videos with more than 380,000 watch hours as of June 2025. I also focus on regional and global economic trends. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on my 3 biggest investment blunders. These mistakes cost me real money, but they taught me invaluable lessons that transformed my entire approach to investing. We'll explore the FOMO trap that cost me thousands, the diversification mistake that nearly wiped out my portfolio, and the timing error that taught me patience the hard way. Want to access premium content before they are made available? For just $1 a month, you can become a premium member and unlock a wealth of additional content, including daily market analysis, early insights into promising trends, deeper dives into specific investment strategies, analysis, and perspectives that will give you a real edge in growing your wealth. Think of it as your daily dose of financial fuel. Just click on the membership tab to join. Let me start with my first major mistake, the FOMO frenzy. My first major mistake? Chasing the hot stock of the moment. Picture a dog chasing his tail. That was me in 2021, jumping from GameStop to crypto to whatever Reddit was screaming about. The year 2021 was wild. Retail investors were making headlines daily. GameStop went from $20 to over $400 in weeks. Dogecoin surged thousands of percent. Everyone seemed to be getting rich overnight, and I felt like I was missing the party. I threw $15,000 into a so-called sure thing tech stock because everyone was talking about it. The company had flashy marketing and promises of revolutionary technology. They claimed they would disrupt entire industries with their groundbreaking innovation. Sound familiar? The stock price had already tripled in 3 months, but I convinced myself I was still early to the party. Within 3 months, I watched 60% of that investment vanish. The company's quarterly earnings revealed they had no real revenue, just promises and hype. The stock price collapsed faster than a house of cards in a windstorm. What did I learn? FOMO, fear of missing out, is an investor's worst enemy. It's like trying to catch a moving train. You might grab on, but you'll probably get hurt. FOMO makes you abandon your investment principles and chase performance instead of value. The lesson here is simple. Good investments don't need hype. They need solid fundamentals. Warren Buffett never bought GameStop during its peak, and he's doing just fine. Now I ask myself 3 questions before any investment. Do I understand this business model? Would I be comfortable holding this for 5 years? Am I investing based on research or gambling based on emotions? I also learned to recognize the warning signs of hype-driven investments. If everyone is talking about it on social media, if the price is already skyrocketed, if the company's valuation doesn't match its actual business performance, these are red flags, not green lights. Now let me tell you about mistake number 2, the false diversification trap. Here's where I thought I was being smart. I bought 30 different stocks across various sectors. Technology, and you guessed it, even more technology. I thought I was diversified because I owned different companies with different names. Wrong. It's like having 30 different flavors of ice cream, but they're all vanilla. I owned Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Netflix, and 24 other tech companies. On paper, it looked diversified. In reality, they all moved together like synchronized swimmers. When the tech sector crashed in early 2022, my diversified portfolio dropped like a stone. The Federal Reserve started raising interest rates aggressively to combat inflation, and growth stocks got hammered. I lost nearly 40% in 6 weeks because my entire portfolio was essentially one big bet on technology. Real diversification means spreading across different asset classes, geographic regions, and economic sectors. Think of it as not putting all your eggs in one basket. or even in similar baskets. You want baskets that behave differently in different market conditions. Now, my portfolio includes REITs for real estate exposure, bonds for stability and income, international stocks for geographic diversification, value stocks that perform differently than growth stocks, and even some commodities for inflation protection. When tech struggles, my REITs might shine. When growth stocks stumble, my dividend stocks keep paying. When the US market falls, my international holdings might hold up better. It's like having multiple income streams. If one dries up, others keep flowing. During the 2022 tech sell-off, my energy stocks and value plays actually performed well, cushioning the blow from my tech holdings. What's the key takeaway? Don't confuse variety with diversity. Owning 50 tech stocks isn't diversification. It's concentration in disguise. True diversification means owning assets that don't all move in the same direction at the same time. And now for mistake number 3, the perfect timing illusion. This one stings the most because I should have known better. In March 2020, when markets crashed due to the pandemic, I had cash ready to invest. The S&P 500 had fallen over 30% in just a few weeks. It was the fastest bear market in history. But I waited and waited and waited some more. I was trying to time the absolute bottom. It's like waiting for the perfect wave. While you're analyzing, other surfers are already riding. I kept thinking the market would fall further. I read every news article about economic doom. I analyzed charts looking for the perfect entry point. I wanted to buy at the exact lowest point to maximize my returns. Meanwhile, the market started recovering in late March 2020. I missed the entire recovery rally because I wanted to buy at the exact lowest point. The market recovered 50% while I sat on the sidelines with my analysis paralysis. I finally jumped in 6 months later, paying significantly more for the same stocks I could have bought during the crash. Here's what I learned. Time in the market beats timing the market. It's not about finding the perfect moment. It's about starting and staying consistent. Even professional investors with teams of analysts and sophisticated models can't consistently time market bottoms and tops. Now I use dollar cost averaging. I invest the same amount every month, regardless of market conditions. Some months I buy high, some months I buy low. Over time, it averages out beautifully. This strategy removes emotion from the equation and ensures I'm always participating in market growth. Think of it like filling up your car with gas. You don't wait for the absolute cheapest price. You fill up when you need to drive. Same with investing. You invest when you have money, not when the market looks perfect. But here's the deeper lesson. Perfect timing is a myth. Even professional fund managers can't consistently time the market. Studies show that over 90% of active fund managers fail to beat the market over long periods. Your job isn't to be perfect, it's to be persistent. The cost of waiting for the perfect moment often exceeds the benefit of getting the timing right. Missing just the 10 best days in the market over 20 years can cut your returns in half. You never know when those best days will come, so staying invested is crucial. So there you have it, 3 expensive lessons that transform how I invest. FOMO leads to poor decisions and chasing performance instead of value. False diversification creates hidden risks by concentrating your investments without realizing it. And trying to time the market perfectly often means missing great opportunities entirely. Remember, every successful investor has a graveyard of mistakes behind them. The difference? They learned from each failure and adjusted their approach. Your mistakes don't define you. How you respond to them does. These lessons cost me money, but they saved me from much bigger losses later. Sometimes the best education comes with a price tag. I'd rather learn these lessons with smaller amounts early in my investing journey than make catastrophic mistakes later with larger sums. These lessons cost me money, but they saved me from much bigger losses later. Sometimes the best education comes with a price tag. I'd rather learn these lessons with smaller amounts early in my investing journey than make catastrophic mistakes later with larger sums. The beautiful thing about investing is that you can always start fresh. Every day is a new opportunity to make better decisions. These mistakes taught me humility, patience, and the importance of sticking to proven principles rather than chasing the latest trends. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest investing content. Share your biggest investment mistake in the comments. We're all learning together here. Remember, there's no shame in making mistakes, only in not learning from them. So if you found this video helpful and want to level up your investing game with daily premium insights for just $1 a month, click the link in the description below to become a member. You won't regret having that consistent stream of valuable information that can help you on your financial journey.